Hey guys, it's Megan. Welcome back to a fall video today. I'm not dressed very fallish, but it is pretty much fall now, and I thought I should do a fall TBR. So I've got quite a few physical books I'll show you that I want to read this fall, as well as some that I don't have that I'm probably going to get on audio. I've got a couple I'm already in the middle of. I am going to be finishing Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware because it is like a mystery thriller. I'd say it's even more like thriller, creepy, supernatural kind of vibes, but I am almost done. Do you like my dark mark bookmark as well? So there you go. But I only have, I think, less than 100 pages left. So I'm probably going to finish it like today or tomorrow. And it's fine. It's like 3 stars. It's just sort of there. I'm also going to be finishing The Fall of Babel, which is not very fallish compared to all the rest of these, because all the rest of these are pretty much mysteries, thrillers, haunted houses, things like that. Maybe a little scary. But I am going to be reading The Fall of Babel because I'm already started it. I'm a little ways in, 169 pages. It's a very, very long book. So I'm going to plug along through that and hopefully finish it by like winter time. I am for sure going to read the sequel to A God in the Shed. Just wait until you see my vlog that's coming out about reading horror books, because I did just read 3 horror books in a row. And let's just say I never thought I'd find a 5-star horror book, but the sequel to this book is called A Song of the Sandman, I think it is. And anyway, I'm going to be reading that ASAP. I just don't have the physical copy of it yet. I'm also going to try to reread Slate House by David Mitchell. I read this last fall in one day because it was so short, and my sister-in-law actually gave this to me, and I'd never heard of it. I'd heard of David Mitchell because he wrote Cloud Atlas. I think that's his most famous one. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. It starts off like more supernatural and then turns more sci-fi. Like there's a reason for what's going on. And I actually really, really enjoyed it. It was such an interesting take on a haunted house. And so I hear that one of his other books, hang on, it's in the middle of the stack, is actually very similar to it. I think it's even kind of based on it, maybe, is Ghostwritten. I think Ghostwritten came first. This might even be his first book. I'm pretty sure. I might be crazy. I think this might be his first book. And then this one's really similar. But anyway, this one's much, much longer. And I just know I love the other one so much. And so my sister-in-law also gave me this copy. So I'm going to read that for sure. My sister-in-law also gave me this massive book called Drood by Dan Simmons. I mean, seriously, this thing is absolutely gargantuan. Almost 800 pages. Almost 800. It's like a mystery about Charles Dickens or something. Drood is the name and nightmare that obsesses Charles Dickens for the last 5 years of his life. I don't know if this is based on a true story at all. Oh yeah, based on actual biographical events, Drood explores the still unresolved mysteries of one of our greatest writers' dark final days in a profoundly original tale. Okay, so I've heard of Dan Simmons because I think he also writes some horror novels too. But anyway, I mean, I like reading stuff about real literary people, but the fact that it's like novelized is pretty cool. So, or fictionalized, I should say. So I might give that one a try. I'm also going to read, I'm for sure going to read the sequel to Fourth Wing, which is going to be called Iron Flame. And I did read Fourth Wing back in the spring, and I actually really liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I know it's fantasy romance. It's cheesy. It's bad. It's actually really long too. It's like 500 pages. And there are a lot of words per page. Like the font is really tiny. Sorry, I'm watching the baby because he's like on the crib, and he's on the monitor, and he's not going to sleep. He's yawning though. He should be going to sleep. Anyway, the sequel to this comes out, I believe, in November. So I'm definitely going to be reading that. I also want to read another Marisha Pessl book because I feel like every basically Halloween time now, I read a Marisha Pessl book. Last year I read Night Film. Before that I read Neverworld Wake. I loved Neverworld Wake, like 5 stars. Night Film I gave 4 stars. It was pretty good. So my next one is Special Topics in Calamity Physics, also by Marisha Pessl. Obviously, I don't know that this one's scary. Dark. What? I honestly have no idea what it's about. I kind of don't want to know. Oh wow, did I actually pay $10 for this? I think I paid $10 for this used. Like, is there not even really a summary? I don't know. I have no idea what this book is. Oh wait, it's a world of intellect, murder, and mystery, and a smart, edgy, and irresistible. I don't know. This looks complicated. I think that is there physics in here? I don't know. It looks really complicated. Like there's even a math problem or physics problem or something on the back. So I don't. Oh, I see. It's like what this book is. Most of the Western canon divided by Hitchcock cubed plus youthful guileness equals somebody I've never heard of plus film noir minus a great staggering blow equals this book. So that's kind of funny. Anyway, I'm going to try it because I liked her other book so much. I'm also going to try to read, if I get time, maybe in like November, maybe after Halloween, because this one's not as scary as maybe some of the other ones. Not that these are scary, but this one's called The Inheritance of Arcadia Divina. And I've seen this everywhere, and this is not the cover I've ever seen before. I've always seen it with the cover with the woman with the face and the long hair. And this one was only $3, and I got it used, and it looks brand new. And yeah, I just thought it looked good for the fall. So, I mean, I don't think it's like scary at all, but it's something about the past and the present and this whole family, and there's magic and secrets and broken promises and yeah, different generations. And I don't know, it just seemed kind of fallish. It's not like scary or anything, but yeah, I don't know, like a little fantasy mystery kind of thing. Also, maybe after Halloween too, maybe I think this would be a good book to like transition to the winter time, because I also think of like fantasies in the woods as like a wintertime setting. So this one's called Uprooted by Naomi Novik. This one will be my second try for her. I did not like her Temeraire series or whatever. I tried that on audio. That was probably the problem. I need to try it again. But anyway, it sounds like there's this like creepy woods that somebody sacrificed to every now and then, maybe. Yeah, once every 10 years, one woman has to be handed over to serve this thing that lives in the woods. Is it a dragon? Her people rely on the cold-driven wizard, known only as the dragon, to keep the wood's dark forces at bay, and somebody has to go over to him every 10 years, so I guess that's going to be the main character. The dragon will take this girl, beautiful, graceful, all the things the other character isn't, and her dearest friend in the world. There's no way to save her. When the dragon comes, it is not that other girl that he chooses. Oh, so I guess he's going to choose the main girl. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. There's like creepy woods. Maybe the trees move, I feel like. I don't know. It says it's supposed to have an air of a modern classic. So I'm going to give it a whirl. And then my last one on my physical TBR, I'm probably not going to do this, but I've already tried reading Empire the Vampire, and I just paid so much. I paid $30 for this book that I just want to read it again for a vlog just to be funny, because this book was so bad. I mean, it was like if you went into Hot Topic, that's what it was. It's like the Hot Topic version of Interview with the Vampire. It was so bad. I mean, like one of the worst written books I think I've like ever read in my entire life, for how cheesy and just ridiculous and stupid that it was. I'm sorry if you liked this book, but if you like this book, you must not like Interview with the Vampire, because no one could like both of those two books at the same time. You just don't. So I'm very much a hardcore Interview with the Vampire fan, obviously. This book's like 700 pages. Anyway, I thought I would try reading it for a vlog just to point out how ridiculous and stupid that it is. So that might be kind of fun. Now, as far as some of the not physical audiobooks I want to read, I actually have them pulled up here on my Goodreads. I made a TBR on my Goodreads of like 15 books. I think all these are on it, and then there are some more, obviously. Another one that I just added is Death by Chocolate Chip Cupcake. Yeah. It's number 5 in a series called Death by Chocolate Mysteries, and Lexi from Alexander Rosalind, I'm pretty sure, is the one that added this to her TBR too, and it just sounds, I mean, it's a little short book that just sounds ridiculous. And why did I want to read it besides that there's chocolate chips or chocolate chip cupcakes? I don't know, it's a mystery and maybe a romance and maybe a haunted house. There's an autumn storm. Oh, there's a Ouija board. There's a killer. I don't know. It just sounded cool, so I'm going to try it. The Good House by Tiana, there's too many A's and N's. Tiana Reeve-Dew or something like that. And anyway, I wanted to read this because I loved God in the Shed, and Kayla from Books and La La says that this book is really similar. She recommended it in a video, and since I loved God in the Shed, I'm going to try this one. Our Share of Night. I can't remember why I wanted to read this. By Mariana Enrique. Woman's mysterious death puts her husband and son on a collision course with her demonic family. Is there somebody that read this that I like or something? Kayla from Books and La La, 5 stars. Highly recommends. So I guess I'm going to give it a whirl. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, because I've never read a Riley Sager book before ever, and I know everybody reads his books, and I didn't think any of them would be for me because I'm just not up for like just regular straightforward mystery. But I heard that this one, I'm looking at it here, is maybe more about a haunted house. Yeah, I think there's like a book within a book called House of Horrors that a character finds or something. In this latest thriller, a woman returns to the house made famous by her father's best-selling horror memoir. Is the place really haunted by evil forces, as her father claimed, or are there more earthbound and dangerous secrets hidden within its walls? Well, I'm going to assume that yes, it's probably that. People that I know that have read it gave it 4 stars, 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 3 stars. And then booktubers I know that I follow gave it... See, Emily from Emily Fox gave it 3.75. Kayla from Books and Lala gave it 4 stars. Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin gave it 3. Jessie from Jessie May gave it 5. Katie from Katie Colson gave it 5. Destiny from Destiny said, well, there we go. I gave it 4. And then Leanna from, what's her name? Leanna's Library only gave it 2. And I feel like she's the most similar to me of everybody. We usually have similar ratings. So I'm a little bit scared about that one now. But I think it's next on my holds that's going to come in here from Libby soon. Also, this is not anything to do with fall time, but I do want to read A Perilous Undertaking, which is the second, what's called Veronica Speedwell, like mystery. They're like early 1900s, I think it is, set in England kind of mysteries, or maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's 1800s, I can't remember. But anyway, I read the first one back in the fall, or back in the spring, and I loved it. I thought it was so funny, and just the writing style was so witty, so I'm probably going to try it again. I also thought I would try another Silvia Moreno Garcia. I read Mexican Gothic. Did I read something else by her? No, I think I just read Mexican Gothic, and like it was fine. I gave it like 3.5 stars. So I wanted to try Certain Dark Things because I think it's vampires. Am I crazy? Is it vampires? It's a pulse-pounding neo-noir that reimagines vampire lore. That's all I need to know. It's set in Mexico City. There's vampires, humans, cops, and criminals that collide in the dark streets of Mexico City. So do I know anybody that's read it? A few people, 3 and 4 stars. They say good but wanted more. Okay, well, I'm going to still try it anyway. All right, what else is on my fall TBR? Oh, The Bone Houses by Emily Lloyd Jones, because, oh, that's actually my last one to talk about. Because I really, really wanted to try to read a bunch of Emily Lloyd Jones books this year. I read one of her middle grade novels back in the fall. Okay, yeah, Ash is just sitting up in bed. I don't think he's going to take a nap, so I better go here in just a second. But I tried one of her middle grade books earlier, like, over the summer, and like it was pretty good. I think it was called Unseen Magic, and I wanted to read a couple more by her because I know she has a, like, superhero kind of book too, like X-Men vibes, called Elusive, and it reminded me, it sounds like, now I've not read it, but it sounded like A Darker Shade of Magic, which I love. Or not Darker Shade of Magic, the other V. Oh my gosh, Vicious. There we go. It sounded like Vicious. But I thought I would give The Bone Houses a try too, because it's sort of like zombies. Like the Bone Houses are they are zombies, but like they're not real zombies. They're like, I don't know. Like it's not like scary zombies. I'm pretty sure it's more like there's like Celtic sort of mythology or something. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's set in like Ireland or Scotland or something, but I thought I would try it and see what I think. So those are some of the books I want to read this fall. I might read more. I've actually already read quite a few like scary mystery thrillers, even starting in August, and now it's like halfway through September. So for a month and a half, I've already been reading fall books, and now I've got another month and a half to read like scary stuff. And then after Halloween, then like between Halloween and Thanksgiving, I might just pick up a few of these kind of fall vibes, but ones that transition more to wintertime. Maybe Drood because it's big, and then maybe Uprooted. Those might be ones I save more for. Oh, and then Inheritance of Arcadia Divina. I think I'll save those for between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Anyway, let me know if you've read any of these books down below, what you thought of them, what are you going to read this fall, and I will talk to you again later. Bye.